hitting hard and miss really played a decisive role in the first half.
Yeah, football sometimes that's how it is. When you get your chances and then you don't score, if the opponent get one, he can punish you, and then that is what has happened. But I know we are going to come back strong.
Well, wish you well for the second half. Daniel Nieje is the assistant coach for Heart of Lions, but he's a former player of Asante Kotoko. Another former player and captain of Asante Kotoko works with Bibiani Gold Stars, Godwin Ablode. He is the assistant coach. Now, Godwin, you didn't start the game too well. Heart of Lions were dominating, but against the round of play, you scored. Going into the second half, what kind of approach would you employ for the team?
Let me say, the first half, Heart of Lions has played very well. They've got a lot of chances, but they didn't make their chances. The one chance that we've had, and we've converted it. So we are going back to the dressing room and make sure we have a strategy to protect our one goal. If we don't score, they don't also have to score us. So we are going to make sure we protect our goal, or we add another goal too.
Now I was with the fans and I could hear all of them shouting and talking about how important 3 points is today. Getting the 3 points here against Heart of Lions, how big would that be going into the weekend's game?
It will be massive for us because this is the second match that we are playing at home. We played the first match here against Bibiani that we won. So this is the second match. It has been a long time they've seen us playing here. So we need to give them the 3 maximum points so that they will also be happy.
So wish you the very best for the second half. Godwin Ablode, assistant coach of Bibiani Gold Stars, a former player and captain of Asante Kotoko. We take a quick breather here. When we return, I'll be joining.
Issues are echo so in the first half, and the two coaches, assistant coaches, address the Amayan. Nieje Ajat himself first 45 minutes, now it was for Heart of Lions, but immediately say Obesquanda all those chances, a very difficult. The amount say Ubitimi AKP on that's what exactly a Danico Lions Ubitimi AKP on, and of course, God about the Sajatum a praise Lions almost first 45 minutes. Indeed, it was super. But almost intimate utilizing that particular chances are about or from that's how football. No, very likely so on tighten or midfield defense in well going into the second half. And no, some few things are the two assistant coaches.
to Michael Epson, Chauncey Freeman in Nidia, and momentarily utilize it. Say if you give me the total football, it's been Heart of Lions from the start to finish in the first half. Omene control game nina their midfield no overcrowded the midfield of Bibiani Go Stars. It looks as if say the midfield of Go Stars are non-existent. I will give them more. Ismalado Dogle Chase Amobama Kwanza at the game no they are pushing the game to Go Stars. Intama Go Stars are just chasing the ball. But this is what football does. When there is an opportunity, which we create a chance in another way utilize it. The least opportunity opponent in the Benyano, no a punish show. And you so many matches are those issues at SC. And clearly, a typical example was a year Richard Amo Nugula or Shea. It was not out of nothing. Initially, Bibiani, I feel that it should have been a foul for Heart of Lions, considering Equanya, the player not so firm. And Heart of Lions, when you now realize it, say, oh, this challenge there, a free kick. And so they were not really paying attention. Only you see concentration, they were caught ball watching. But then Go Stars realized it's a referee now result pay. And I'm going to continue with that play. One ball into the 18-yard box, then a volley to Samuel Atakumi and setting up Philip, then Richard now Opia Bono at 2 net. And I think that the goal came against the run of play. Second half no would determine whether say Heart of Lions or that character to come back after conceding the first goal, because this season Team BNU watch Heart of Lions first goal Emma Lions abeti. Okay. So we are looking at how, because who that mentality is Liga. This is where you show character. Yeah. So we are looking at how Omubetimi are coming back from this particular goal or concede. No matter so many game ni there. So who trust na who game na clearly Heart of Lions will go game no more. Because of the chances of more creating, because of the spaces they can score a goal. But as to whether say go now Go Stars are more enough confidence to play and then get more goals or even protect the goal no machino. And here the bigger conversation. But so far I think that Bashir Hereford are building an all-round team. Maka, and I will continue to say so we are the back line of Lions they are the best and the most consistent back line so far in the Ghana Premier League. Of course, Heart of Oak back line so far Omun consider go. So they look as the most interesting back line ever the Ghana Premier League anymore. But so who read the consistency level of the Heart of Lions back line now, you would agree, say Heart of Lions back line are most consistent for the past 2 seasons. Yeah. And so with Nyoma year throughout this particular game, no, I'm expecting say Ombe coming back into the fixture and either gets a draw or at least go on to win the game. But so far, I think say Bibiani Go Stars whatever it is to protect that lead and better still pick their second win over Heart of Lions in their last 5 games.
There were 5:39. So make a full the amount star 446 hash star 446 hash. Give no asha say enche you be call na Bismarck Kweku upon the commentary no and so etimi there. But my catcher say na enumere exactly 7 p.m. At there were 5:39 on me patcho draw no ebe baso nti unyantwa bia fa ohujim there were 5:39 from 1 to 39 who select say numbers na first kakra etai etri na ebo 7 a draw no ebe koso ye be roli bibia na ye nkwan be fa so a ye be hwe na ye be timi diska na nyama and so etimi akoyi na edi amo star 446 hash star 446 and I say obe visit dewa nla.com na wetimi ahwe na we wini sisi na bibia etimi akoso. So therefore I crowd or the commentary no second half no to aso jamai.
Referee Abdul Latif Adari of Etosumienu Washena Ben. A corner kick, Heart of Lions, airport, the Go Stars, from Happy Free War. Ishmaelado. Next one, Timmy, and in a bonus, so ya J at the finish. Berima Bakwambi Bawa, Peja Bono, actually move. Next goalkeeper, Lawrence was say. wato area fa benkum Bismarck enim Joeti bi ankwam ya yibo na free ho Ruben Hennessy Wono Ikrabono de ma Heart of Lions wa peja e de chemu throw in here to edit your Heart of Lions. Edward Japan. Refi ashena be sanse abrante ba ko eda ko pampa no so. Eti o se ntwentwe so na fe yenhwe ma ne ho ntoni ntimi nto aso. Abdul Latif Adari Ghana Premier League winning match at Tosso Isian Airport, the dance parker. Goal Stars Ashaba Heart of Lions Intimi Enshabi. Razak Sanu, Asola Janinaso, Osinani Suchino. Razak Sanu. Enchebia center referee Abdul Latif Adari Beshena Ben Amayato Akaise so. Edward Japan. Atubona dia chemu bono mfimfi. Jogli che ibona chemu ya kwenya kojo biduni atweba akona so dabi. Jibono edia free Ruben Hennessy wo pianso akoma Ebenezer Aban. Mfimfi afa no pianso le ma Ruben Hennessy. Ruben de bono afa ni fa ya ma ya danso. Jawari ama Michael Epson so yibo na mana trash e corner kick here po Ediatia e corner kick Jepo Ediatia Goal Stars Sima Ejuno Montamoni Heart of Lions and Afama e kaba kwa Montini NTA Bismarck enim wono na kujira ball echi area ma Heart of Lions Bismarck enim wono na hu se center referee ni Chelsea Freeman Kasa Bismarck enim ejina ball echi Bismarck apeja ball center dia chemu na so ma pin ball na free ho ball inside Referee no nani abrepa e goal kicker yempo e de atia Heart of Lions Gomani abrese kwambia so betimi atia obakane so Vincent Ade Atenga and afi Gideon Anaba Goma ye juma ewe chira pa Razak Sanwentimi ama meto akanse no so ama Samson Eduku wono na be se akani bi ede ama Goal Stars foul ye boy the Heart of Lions Vincent Adatinga. Was short to mention that be if it is up on a Ibon field. Bonnie Goal Stars when you found fast and so attach here, Referee and talk and Fentia. Heart of Lions. Filippo Fori. What on Alcofa Bonebeto? Referee from Mechi. Filippo Fori wa tumora kwechi. Wale magiri ona anaba dia ma Ofori wa sakwa kofa. Wale ma Vincent Ade Atinga. I think I want to find Heart of Lions. When we be as on better Mocanan, Go Stars when you have somebody be account here. Say, why in the betting a team could can see him? Bonaka could do. The goal scorer, Richard Cote Amon. Edward Japan. Cote Amon. Amon. A shot goal. Goal Stars. I should go to Tosumino. And yet, Heart of Lions. A deflecting goalkeeper. Lawrence was saying, that name.
Very beautiful strike from Samson Eduku. Very rich experience striker from Karela United, Elmina Sharks. Then Otukwain Eko Abutri Obaye Basanima Sante Kotoko with Sakai Ediama in Tamale City and all that. So about the local game now, our very rich experience. We are second half coaching introducing or ball as the second striker, and clearly we are quite of far ball no between Sesi ball no edit that ball here, then unya that precision echo for that striker. It take a slight deflection, eventually enter at the back of the twine, giving Gold Stars a 2-0 advantage in the game. Now it looks very difficult for Pando Heart of Lion. So Betimaba game we move now. Betimaba cash strong performance in the second half from Gold Stars. They now lead by 2-0.
We begin to declare Edema Heart of Lions and no one in Savaye Busawa Copa Mesuha. Something that you could not born on a could deflect here. Nice goalkeeper Lawrence or say what that.
That was a wicked deflection.
Gold Stars Sashemiano, Heart of Lions sentiment here. Quadro or Big Junior, one only Crabono, the Piasso de Monacoche. Maybe I can say that to the wedding. Jello Carver Cordia Macojo. Jello Carver Cordia Manon. Essence, Yajibo or the Bonacoche, or said Jablanche, the Chiba Calinenti, Emanito from the Yellow Kayako, Edema Heart of Lions, Quadro or Bean Junior. A free kick. Jepo Editia Heart of Lions. Vincent Aldeatinga, a Pija Bonedia Chimu. Heart of Lions, so young we are here, yes, sir. Ariana goes on Aberdorson. A goal kick here, Paul Editia Gold Stars. Goalkeeper. Heart of Lions and Ian Brisa Quendia on betting ABB. Ruben Hennessy. Upon the 10 Bonachi, Nancy Vincent Adatinga, you want to feel. Abedi Edward Japan. Upon the Achemo. Nancy Engineer Fabonanko. Samson Duku back and said, "Who I hire Paisan said." Compare Martini and Yago, Ediama. Gold Stars into the Waha. I always obey to me. And ya go to be a kahon. I pick up on the Chemu Nanso. Jordan someone who wanted yes and can go across me and something to me about. Heart of Lions say, Ayako say, goes to the North Matrimono. And you may imagine someone.
Well, they look devastated because already they almost started the game now. Clearly, they were in the driving seat. One more, and more creating all the chances in now. But then, against the round of play, we're conceding a year 2 goals when Gold Stars too exceptional. Sometimes very hard pill to swallow, and I think at the stabilize one team. So far, Gold Stars have built a lot of confidence, knowing very well they are at an advantage position. So me up picking all 3 points, and so they are throwing men forward, they are attacking, they want to get a lot of goals, and especially when we ball in front of your fans. And then Monday, so the stadium full to capacity as you'd expect. The supporters now are about to send you out pay, but then of course this is what you expect when we schedule on a working day.
Yeah, to I can say this so. Bona Kwakodi Gold Stars. Edward Japan. Jibona from Finance went to Bianco. Vincent Tatinga. What are fan Fifi or they come Richard Cote Amon. No, should there be a Penisa Banaje or Piazo Fabin Kumi. What am I bit smacking in me born and so. Give you another near you born a natural lie. A throw in here to Ediatia Gold Stars. Doglichi. A ship on their friend Fifi. Heart of Lions betting at the cannon should there be. The PFC down so. A Fabon and Sia Chibon Fisaka Kodi Doglichi. A Chaco train and sort from a referee and Trosso. Very Mabakwami Ba, betting at train should there be. Watching an annual year. The Bona Kuchia come Edward Japan. Edward, watch about what I say Craboni. What the bonus sanity? What they are coming Vincent Adeatinga. Roman should you into home promo crowd. Piasso their friend Fifi. Gold Stars modern bass and Yepa. Heart of Lions says Chassis and so. I can't see my dear mom, Michael Epson. Quadrobin Junior. Quadro between your go Quadro B Junior Timiati Kanabako Ede Ama Heart of Lions Quadro B Junior Jehiano Waye Ewakensi.
Of course, this is what you expect. They've always been scoring goals, like I said, throughout the season. Apart from Bomani Kotoko 0-0, no. Heart of Lions had always found the back of the net. Over Kaya, way back in 2023, home and away game and day 2-2, and then since then I say Gold Stars that team or that much confidence going to play against Heart of Lions. In when Gold Stars were leading and that Heart of Lions dominated, we created chance for me to make sure, but you give it to Kojo Big Junior, top quality still at that moment when born by really the defender if we are born and then some Obama Kwanza a ball the 1-2, then of course Otumi Perry Bono here to the back of the net. That is his quality. A player we know say or a very good goal scorer. Kudos to Kojo Big Junior and of course Heart of Lions team for that teamwork goal.
Gold Stars, I said, I'm a Heart of Lions at Tibubako. Jetwa can say the Subana Kwakodi, Richard Cote Amon. Apeja Ariafa and Fifi Afem. Bonatrashi, Refesi and Tumpentia. Gold Stars. Bismarckini. Rono Aquaje Ebeto, Ariama Heart of Lions. Bismarck anymore, Togo, no, they are Chimu. Nice Gold Stars, Richard Conte Amon. Oriama, Edward Japan, Pega Bona Chimu. Nelson Bismarck in the Cocoa Jenny, and goalkeeper Lawrence was saying. Sima Adresia Bacontemweni. Ghana Premier League winning match at Tosso is here. Ayebo. Ebenezer Aban. The Bono. I want to finish so. According to Bismarck, any my peers over the Bonachimu. Heart of Lions, but say, how much you want to so. I can't say my day. Bona Kwakodi. Someone Bama Kwanza. Then so there be a Jefao. I
think he had a lot of time, say, over sending across that so and down the hole, but then You are coming up against a Vincent that I think are experienced, very strong on the ball. Those situations, you know, he would always find a way of making me a stop it, and this is where we need that free kick. In the moment when you have that space, with Gideon Anaba lurking around, now using the body, you know, obviously it was going to be very difficult, and Gideon Anaba wins a free kick for Bibiani Gold Stars.
Yeah, free kick ball, and it's Heart of Lions. You need your ball no cry. The goalkeeper Emmanuel Kobe, but on Akofabona and on another boy meaning. Atobona Kwachi, Kobe Emmanuel. Now we see a kind of Mantano Bofaka. Oh, yeah. If you know a me, Natano Bofaka, I see a kind of the Ghana Premier League. Emmanuel Kobe and the Dapo Small Team Division 1. About the Ghana Premier League. Jetwaka is it so? A referee Abdul Latif Adari was a foul young fan to one ADA trains a being a flag of Manson of Fenya Quenya Atwa Kansineso, Regino Edina flag of Manoso. Senebea, a bit me Atwa Kansin, the San Sebrene Quaneco. Sima Edusia and 90 money. Heart of Lions Sebayan Sakaye. Tansona Ghost Sebayan Sakaye. Heart of Lions. Romo Ayen Sakaye. Moses Aidem. Wabag Chance Freeman and Film Sansona Samuel Kwanza. Makole Kumabem and I pay Moses Aidem. Also, I
think that Chauncey Freeman, while also in the game, he's run down the left side, he's run down the right side. He put a lot of energy, a lot of work ethics into Heart of Lions. So they needed other fresh limbs on me to pull a bit of pressure, because now it was so chasing game. No, they need to have players on me to around it throughout the rest of the minutes. And I think it's not Chauncey Freeman and some of Boma Kwanza asa or more energies, no. And then one was say coach they decided to say obey you more from different attackers about game. We have to how those players beat him about impact a year the game.
Vincent Tinga and Jipone for bottom 50 FM. Gold Stars Nelson represent Twaso. Iswelado. What am I called Joe Ben Junior? Kajo Debono Alpha Ben Kunso Aquakodi. Best marking in Nelson represent offside. It's your Heart of Lions. Heart of Lions are branching back with that Gold Stars Sakaye. Berima Bakwami by Efra Kensini. Sasuna Samuel Conto. Emmanuel Conto, Ono Efra Kensini. Ama Francis Chine Abesha Messi Akanibi. Berima Bakwami. Bounce Efra Kensini.
Emmanuel Conto for Francis Chene from Bichi United. Very solid central midfielder, very, very intelligent on the ball. Obabe Shib just solidified that midfield now. The Ama Bibiani Gold Stars. Then again, Omo Eyi, Berima Ba, Eddie Free, Eddie another winger, Eddie Abba. They need also to protect the scoreline of Mukrem Sesiano. As to whether so meeting Yayano, Membrane Betre. You have barely like 23 minutes to end the game.
Sima Josian Sontamwani. Green and Solentian Cambon, Wanakodi, Samson Duku, Ajibon reference Best Makedi Mo Ben Kuma Faso. But Piasso de Wanakoma Musi say them. What I form, I'm a referee. Was say a foul young fan to Wana Yemuntia. Gold Stars Sanse Moses I them. I them Moses. About game when I went Neji account of former referee Ajifao. Eddie Amano, baby, I bought it down at the year. Jerry said, Obey me, Eddie ABB, and I say, Go start saying to me, and you born at the field.
A very perfect position to send in an in-swinger looking for Michael Epson and I say Kojobin Jr. Very, very advantageous position about that. As to whether say Heart of Lion become making a count. Because Ghana Premier League, you don't really get a lot of goals from set pieces. You're hearing no bit in this game.
Bismarck in the Jabonetti. Bismarck in the Musia can my Heart of Lions referee Shena Bain. A Pija Edition goalkeeper Pimbo the Field. Moses Aidem where you born a team and so there be Heart of Lions. Episode Motio Mocaneso, Go Stars in here. Heart of Lions. Momo Dimbono, as I say, Ekon Kain. Eba Vicente Atenga, Watagu Mamanity Center referee, Abdulatif Adari. But you walk ahead of my team and Yakoya track and so. I can say my team. Ghana Premier League winning match at Tosso ACI ball. I want a dance backer. Go Stars Sasha Miro Heart of Lions. Atimobako. Ruben Hennessy with Piansodiama Ebenezer Aban. Abana Peja Ediachemu. Jao Danso. Atrashia a throwing. Cheto Ediatia. Go Stars. Ruben Hennessy, Apeja Ediachemu, Mensu goalkeeper, Imano Kobi, Waso Madiama, Go Stars. Sima Johnson Temania Casima Junior, and the referee, Abdul Latif Adari, the Betusha Kensino, Minina, everybody year. Go Stars actually no Heart of Lions at Timobako, Apeja Ediachemu, Bianwanka, I'm a goalkeeper, Lawrence was saying. But also some actual anyone come out Ruben Hennessy. Go so Academy. Bodiama Ismailado. Ado the Bona Quetia come out Ruben Hennessy. Hennessy Piasso Ediama Beneza Aban. Aban Ediama Ruben Hennessy. But I come Beneza Aban. Aban Yama Bismarck in Bumbi. I pick up on Edia Chimo. Heart of Lions, episode Mutiomoka. Wombetinia Tikanana. What up to maybe referee say a foul young fanto now Muntia Go Stars.
A very good territory for Ebenezer Urban or Michael Epson, so back off for the power in Soko Jobin Jr. And so that drive, especially when they left foot. So they just need to pick up a better position, no Muntiman strike a ball. No, and I them by clearly he brings a bit of energy, any agency or the flanks. They are trying to be winning all the first balls, and clearly they be almost starting here in the first half. Our Mukodria or Mulusu Gas, Emma Gusas, they have 2-goal advantage. And clearly they've really gotten that much confidence in this game. BB Eddie Freeman. That's why Heart of Lions say about air press. So far, I think that despite Ghost Stars leading by 2-1, Heart of Lions are the better side in the game.
Sima Adioson back on 71 minutes in the ball. Everyone can see Ghost Stars Ashemino, Heart of Lions Ashabako. The dear bonnet than a day papa. Jao dance with Bonetti on the Dogletti. Refia Shena Bay dance over Bonnie.
I don't think that were that good technical players are or to me convert to some of these free kicks. So clearly, if you are born a dano, just set it up. Maybe more power. Michael Epson will power. Kojo Bengunia will power. When you drive, a bit more force the goalkeeper need to make a save, or even a bit may take a deflection. Now, bonnet me at on net. You don't always have to go for the spectacular. Say, oh, Kokele, alpha war. So when you don't have that good technique, then you are born a first row. And I think that a very good opportunity and a Heart of Lions for my missing.
Goalkeeper Emmanuel Kobi, Wapeja Bono, Eria Chemu, Ewan Finfin. referee say a foul or yellow card at chair. Ruben Hennessy Sanchez and crowd fast way to the night. Eddie was Samala Takumines and Yana Craswan on the crowd. It's yellow card I call Eddie Ama Ruben Hennessy. Yellow card me no back and see me now. I call Eddie Ama Heart of Lions. Kojo Obin Junior and Ruben Hennessy. Momomi and Nuna yellow card now I call Eddie Amomo. It was all Yaki Simaka Krake. The Biabe to me as into some Yaki Yepa. Senabeya referee and Fanakoko. One for the red card mentioned.
This is cynical. I think this should have been a red card because he had no touch of the ball and the nice war player no sabi the private part and those areas too far as a foot up no. This should have been a red card for Heart of Lions. At least referee no Abdulatif Adari and Apadeno, but for the challenge and everything, I think this should have been a red card.
Samara Takumi Eda so Eda Gupamano and say no betting at all. So let Janina so and JBR referee Abdul Latif Adari Besha and Abami Etimia to a cancel so. Maybe a bond that the move again so. So now Bonnie Bibia Betimesi. Mehu say Douglas H. Michael Epson, woman are forming human war no. Ediama Heart of Lions. Michael Epson, Douglas H. Woman are forming human war. Be a bonnet dano. Muadina so. Oba Bibia. Ebetimesi, Francis Chene, Oba Buhum. Benokwane Kosima Edioso and 9. Coasters, I said, you don't have to fly in Sachabako. Ebenezer Aban. What am I dogging? It's a one of Quachilia, Ebenezer Aban. Aban, a trouble at Tentia Chemu. Men's of Vincent Ada, Tinga, Apimona. Bonakwa Kodi, Samson Eduku. Eduku appears to the Bonafanifa. Co-stars a random to meeting in a great Tosomiensa. And as we Beniza Aban, Piasaman goalkeeper Lawrence was say, I said, I'm a Ruben Hennessy, Ruben Apega Bonadia Chemu, Nancy Edward de Yapon Bonnet for Bonas Aquacodi, Bibiani Gold Stars, Gideon Anaba, Apega Bonnet into the Chemens goalkeeper. Lawrence or say Asumu or to Ediama Ishmael Ado born a boy and to me and Comebia. Nigeria free Heart of Lions and 7. A far away poor Ediatia Doglici. Besides something to Quenya Bono and Okananai Etikaka Eman Samson Dukutofa Marefi Abdul Latif Adari. Wajifa Wadiama Gold Stars. Baby are born in the Mua. When we say Lawrence was say, Wakasa at a chair, the Manchester Yaki, Kojo Bin Junior, Michael Epson, Douglas H. One from human war, Makache, Heart of Lions, and Sakaye, Michael Epson, Fimu,
Alabama.
Michael Epson, if I can see him, I'm a Sharif Alabani. One and Ebe Shemasia can be a day. I'm a Heart of Lions.
Ishmaelado for Anthony Usu.
Ishmaelado, so if I can see him, I'm Antonio Usu and Abe Shemasia can be goalkeeper. Lawrence was say, I saw born in Mediama, Heart of Lions. The more the boss and Indian so on the fly coming. I'm a Mati Mubako. Vincent Tata Tinga. Heart of Lions. Hennessy with Piasso. On the border come Yao Danso, Yawa Pejachi Munenso. Richard Cote, Amon, a pinball, and a trashy, throwing a yeto, and a tear Gusta. Yao Danso. Atu one of their questions. I pick up one of their children and baby cry. Ah, yeah. Heart of Lions, I ain't Sakara, you told me between your bomb, Matiniati Moka. Jerry, I see Maka Cracker. You bet me and you go ever can say Mona. Heart of Lions, you be as one between your children, come and sacrifice and a ghost house. Why you be Doggy Echi or your man base marketing in India. It's a pigeon should be a trashy. A through in here to edit your Heart of Lions. You better born across I ask him, but to go to the gym. Heart of Lions, you keep on it from him. Pianso dia kwetri Gideon anabama peja bontintin dia chim bona kodi doglechi wadano kama ya mabesi makeni elim di bona kwetri akwa kama Ebenezer Aban wajemu adiama Ruben Hennessy Ruben Pianso otwane tintin adia che Gold Stars afem Yao Danso Yao di bona kwetri Nancy, you want to feel born inside Sakako, the Ebenezer Aban, Heart of Lions. But they are funny fan. Ruben Hennessy, a Pega Bonachi, maybe a Bonania, the Betiniaco, Bonaco, the Richard Cote Amon. Between your great Tosumi and Sana Samalata, referee today. A penalty, Heart of Lions. Watch a penalty, Eliama Heart of Lions, say sunset. Samalata Kumi actually was out there and was actually him. And they saw the more than two of my referee, Latif Abdullah Dari, Aji penalty, Ediama Gold Stars.
Gold Stars in your 3 penalties at home. They had 2 penalties against Bibiani United, and I'm saying another penalty for this particular game. Well, clearly, they are one of the teams. Ebano say Yenya swift on the ball, very very swift, especially with Samuel Atakumi. Obviously, of course, there was a tackle, and then Enyawa was a referee. No, I will still have a penalty.
The Gold Stars have a penalty at the Heart of Lions. So the ball to the man I say. GPL Angers, yeah. Gold Stars penalty. One ball at the Heart of Lions. Samuel Atakumi on one in your penalty on one Sakrako Jechi. Jehese against Lawrence Osei. Samuel Atakumi Lawrence Osei Wabo Wasene go. Gold Stars Ashigwe Tosomiensa Edietia Heart of Lions.
Samuel Atakumi was one of the top scorers last season. This season, this is his 3rd goal, and all the goals now watched this season had come from the penalty spot, and clearly it shows how efficient or when it comes to penalties. Clearly, Gold Stars are already in the driving seat, and I don't think there will ever be a chance for Heart of Lions to make them game no a draw. Clearly, Gold Stars are winning.
Sima Ajawatumi Runtamweni. In Heart of Lions, JT Kankra Obeti or Afi Ghana Premier League in Western say, "One matches, I'm a Boninano, Womuni and Joe, Omanasa Munikuko. Way any the kind cry Heart of Lions 17 kuku. Ewa feeling guy ebrim. Referee Ashena be bona ko di doglechi. What am I Bismarck aiming? Appears to the bona ko actually Bismarck apija dia chemu. Edward de Japan. What the bona ko kama Richard Kote Amon. Akodi Edward de Japan. The trouble at the bona chemu. Nancy Adas appears to command the goalkeeper. The bona fide akodi Ruben Hennessy. Shout danso. Heart of Lions. Bona Trashi through na yeto Eretia. Heart of Lions abeni Cosima di Otremiensa. Akasima and so any the referee the better so I can say na be ba na wiye. Eno de Japona to bona chemu na so ba pemafio. Richard Koteyamon. Vincent Tatinga going from so. No, referee. Referee see and Twaso. Referee Adario so ya here
No, this is very bad. To be honest, very bad decision. That Atinga challenge, was really a bad tackle from Vincent Atinga. Then again, Ghost Star challenge, was the challenge in Heart of Lions player the square was also a very bad challenge. And so if Obeji we are, and so we said game no even, and that is why Heart of Lions players are very much agitated. I don't see why an initial incident will happen and the referee will overlook it right in front of him. Then a then you caution the players. For me, come on, this is a very bad challenge. I think that one was very bad.
Jenga Vincent Atinga.
That is very bad. Come on. This is anywhere, any day. This is a red card offense. Anywhere, any day. Double foot with show stops, everything. This is a red card offense. Anywhere, any day. So you don't let it go in that manner. And then a similar incident, you go and show a yellow card. That is poor referee.
Abdul Latif Adare eba referee ma wadi ache yepa. Yellow card according to Lawrence was say. Wati boni ye na so simambe numa kaina oya ma bibia ya isha. Na so yen twaso. Doglechi. Ruben Hennessy. Ebenezer Aban. Bismarck Amin. Bona Trashi through in here to Eretia. Was a foul Yamfantona Yemo Infantia. Gold Stars. Bismarck Amin with Piasso de Bona Quecho da come Antonio Usu. Usu Eddie Bona Fanifan. But Yama Yao Danso, Yawa Tobacco. Yao de Bona Quecho come Doglici. Heart of Lions, then so there be Ajibone from Winston. Piasso de Bona Cobin Kumafaso. I could be something to do quarter form. Referee and Trasso. Ruben Hennessy. Antonio Usu. Antonio Usu Ajibone Finfin. Heart of Lions. When she born at the achievement so there be Nanka Orige Moses Aidem. Aidem and Tibian Fabon and Cobon and say, I could be Bismarck anymore Benkum. A Pijabon Tintin Bonachimu. Nesu Gideon Anaba. And what deeper a permanent referee. Abdul Latif Adari say a foul young Fatona Yemuntia. Heart of Lions. Sima Niensa Anaka Ewa Kense the referee beto so Kense ni nyina beba na wie Heart of Lions. Eno man so dan koyi amfa mo Kense mu kra. E chance omo ba mu no. Na omo ne team a oni omo hia na edin pa so betimi a hye omo na so ne. Ball no miensa na gu atemu omo matimi atemu baako. Goalkeeper Emmanuel Kobi wapeja edi achemu. Wahuri apem Dogly echi or the bona kwechi. Piaso akomani goalkeeper Lawrence Osei apeja bona dia chemu mfimfi afem nenso de di bona inside asukra Heart of Lions Anthony Usu referee yento enfantia the ball there tia Goal Stars. The one to 110 pass over ball at the Chemu. Heart of Lions. And then give them my idea, the Amomu, Ruben Hennessy, or the one of 15. There be AJ area from 17. Goal Stars on the crab on one castle muffin. Edward de Japan. Francis Chini. Vincent Tatinga. Goalkeeper Emmanuel Kobi. Honoswabe, Moson one casa the ball. Upon the 10 chemu. Nenso Bibiani ho. I'm a goalkeeper Lawrence Osei. One on a coffee ball. I can't see my back. Let's see maybe you're cooling the last one. Heart of Lions said that for me coming in some Matimu Bako. Pega Eddie Chemu referee and Fasima enum and entwa Kense so. Simadio calling in us so Simanum and Eddie Atoso. Francis Chini. The Piasso de Fanfifi. The Bona Krakoma. Edward de Japan. The Japan Jibono being Kuma Faso. The Piasso command goalkeeper. Emmanuel Kobi. The Bona Fanifa Kwakodi. Gideon Anaba. Goal Star say Bobby B. And Area. Jibonedia Chemu. Heart of Lions Aje. Kojo Kuma Makule on the crab on Betini. Kojo order from Ralph CFR. It's a Goal Stars. Maybe a born in the year. Edema Heart of Lions. Baby abundant the year the Heart of Lions. Sima Eduma de to make us say Jabumu Makwaka Simanai. Emmanuel Kobi in the Manchester Casa, watch somebody over here. The center referee Abdul Latif Abdari at Manchester Media. Omubejna. Lasho Momrechi. A free kick, Heart of Lions. Me say ya down so jina bon echi sanso. Me ndo be bon esim. Ja down so jina chi. Ja wa bobo no so akopi ni human on. Wasakofa bono e oni fafa so ya down so. Adan ho pia so de bona kwachi. Heart of Lions ball na akopi mi. Omo ball na akopi mi. Wama da sukra bon mara kodi Ruben Hennessy. Wafa no wanka wa jemu de ma dogli echi. Echi e pia so. Goalkeeper Emmanuel Kobi asobodin Ediama Goal Stars. Akasima miensa Nasi Manuma, referee the toss on the Nina, Abanawi, Kobi, Apeja, Ediachemu, Doglichi, Piasso, Aquatiakoma, Ebeniza Aban, Doglichi, whatever Bismarck any more Benkum, any, what else you crabboning, and who hapa, between the Bona condension, there be a one referee say, and to a cancellation. Sima Mirunaka Ewa Kansirin a throwing a year to where it here. Heart of Lions, Filippo Fori. Bonona Kofabon ever to Ediama Gold Stars. October the Achemo Naso Dogliche Rapping. Ruben Hennessy. Ukabona center circle, Piasso Yama Doglichi. Eche di Bona Fabin Kum. Moriama Bismarck Enim. Enim Piasso Edibona Krakoma. Bona Trashe. Heart of Lions has between about Homadi Atanika. Piasso Yakonya, Edima Heart of Lions, who talk, who better one attract him, Nelson Eddy.
What a chance for Heart of Lions. And I think he had a lot of touches on the ball. We 8-year boxing him sometimes because so we take it that quick strike, it will come be but y'all does not try say we weaving way through and eventually that opportunity call a waste. At this moment there, I think it is all but done for Bibiani Blue Stars.
Henche the center referee Abdul Latif Adari Bechena Ben. Eddie Akensi na Banawie. Goalkeeper Imano Kobi Apejabona Chimu. Referee Abdul Latif Adari Bechena Ben Akensi na Banawie. Bibiani Gold Stars Miensa Emma Heart of Lions. Womo Etimu Bako.
Well, I think it was a very beautiful game performance from side. They did the pass and executed it perfectly. For Heart of Lions, they will very hard down because we had a lot of chances in the first half, and obviously utilizing all these chances. And eventually, those guys could be taking a trigger advantage of a takeover. But unfortunately, of course, a late penalty, a Samuel Atakumi, it may convert. It's been a very top performance for both sides. But I think that Bibiani goes at home and the quality of Omuono, Menyawa Wase, Ometimi, are picking all 3 points in this game. Two coaches, they will really be very disappointed because Bibiani Gold Stars they will almost start saying, you don't start in games of this nature and play the way of Moboy, and because Ukoshiati Bia or what very good attackers are, they may punish you. Then again, for Bashir Hayford, I know say he will not be happy because we are baller, Heart of Lions, Eboya, they are not supposed to be losing by 3-1 in this game. But I think that it's been a very top performance, and of course, Samuel Atakumi, Samson Eduku, all getting on the score sheet. It breeds confidence at the Magoo Stars.
All right, yenda team of commentators I say 90 minutes talk of soccer action and the commentary if you all the way Bibiani down spark the Abreu just on the screens the highlight of the match goals are a PM and yaka especially on the second half you came in up kama and so it made a more Kojo Bin Jr. The goal or share in the second half and ye at the action and some other matches another goals a PM 3-1 and goals and so it's a boy by yede ehun enkomo yede ema ebusua for elsewhere was Swedrome Sports Stadium Karela United and so any 11 wonders akobo goalless, that's draw and so epimu ewa enye asam ekumakra nti eno no so far de esiye and so eno no nti udu echema Ghana Premier League match the 6 me pacho ni nyina etimi aba na wieye with the exception of Asante Kotoko game ese obono 24 etimi 2 the asensen kakra because of the CAF Conference Cup or more airport. Right, so maybe go stars. So the big kind of tuja at the amount goes no miensa and a tomo atinem and I say almost at the 2 Heart of Lions fatinem Richard Kote Amon and enya first goal no at the Emma Bibiani goals and sana Samson Edukun at the second goal no peso Emma 2-0 Kojo Abin Junior ebete kano kama Emma 2-1 and afi atakumi a penalty at 2 at them, and so Edema Go Stars after 90 minutes, the defending champions, Ebriki, Hearts of Lions, so more 100% record in the Ghana Premier League, a show more a Kamian Sam. Or more atimo and so eba kunteno in some no sapa pepe and ACB efa ekoye ewa enya so hasala highlight no and ye hum for nino esume ediache Ghana for ewo onua TV so they didn't kind to try them on sha say that no me enra kwesi ewo brikum anafi enne yen so yedi efri the dance park that is Bibiani and so etimi edi abrega for so this was a penalty I say yes a bar game no abra there attack me finding a way between on the Ebenezer Alban or the penalty box ma Ebenezer Alban in the bar from center ref if you say Ofreya I say it me Ejina yedi etia Heart of Lions na fe Ebenezer Aban go no etimi eba so far the only chama CB effort yenko na mutela crowd oni coaches no edin komo yenko take a crown embra
the home side Bibiani Gold Stars. So defeat on the road for Heart of Lions, their first defeat in this year's Ghana Premier League. My name is Mutale Yakubu. I've been joined by the head coach of Heart of Lions, Bashir Ford. Coach, I mean, first defeat on the road for you. First of all, your general assessment of the game.
Well, in the first place, I would say that every Napoleon has got it to Waterloo. We have not been beaten for the 5 matches, and today on somebody's soil they have beaten us. That is football. So that you go and it is going to be a wake-up call for them. After all, some people can also beat us. Because some of the players are now becoming swelling-headed. And then this is what God tells people, that I want to give you a test so that you know that something can happen to you. And it is a good test. We are going back and then we'll go and prepare very well for another 6 matches. It
was a different game in the first 15 minutes. Your team were on top, dominated. You think those chances that fell to the likes of Michael Efson and were missing was the decisive factor, especially in Gold Stars getting a goal against the round of play?
Yes, we sometimes say, Fantis will say that God is Ochesuyami. He will distribute everybody will get his chance. That is what I've been telling them. If you get your chance, you don't score. And another team, God will also give them the chance. Now, even if you see the first goal, it wasn't any chance. It was a midfield play, they gave a shot and it was there. Now, look at the chances we squandered. It is football, so I won't talk too much. We'll go to the training grounds and then we show them the clip and then we'll see what we can happen.
Well, you got back into the game and you were pushing for the equalizer. That penalty decision from referee Adari, you saw it from the touchline. Do you think it was a legitimate call?
I've decided not to talk about referees. In fact, I don't want to. That is their profession. And I'm happy it was shown live. When we went to Kumasi and you